prostate cancer, senior citizens, and International Cleanup Day, all issues we bring into focus in the month of September. Welcome to the program. I'm Theodore Henry. We start things off with this very important message, followed by the news.
The Ministry of Education, Youth and Information is committed to ensuring that every Jamaican child has the best learning environment to thrive and needs your cooperation to make the education system work successfully.
What are the school's voluntary contributions for?
Co-curricular and sports activities and school development.
What amount are parents to contribute?
Your contributions are voluntary and the amount depends on the type of programs being offered by the school.
If my child is being denied access to school, can I complain to the ministry?
Yes. You can call or visit any of the Ministry of Education, Youth and Information's 6 regional offices or send an email to complaints@moey.gov.jm.
What support is there for PATH students?
PATH students are not expected to make contributions and are to be provided with 5 days free lunch as of this year.
Parents and guardians, do continue to make your voluntary financial contributions to your children's school. The institutions need your assistance for their school development and sporting activities. Remember, every child can learn. Every child must learn.
Good day, I'm Lorraine Mendez and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, September 13. The Bustamante Hospital for Children has received a new $68.5 million fluoroscopy unit to improve its diagnostic services. Financed by the National Health Fund, the unit is expected to reduce the processing time for X-rays from 90 to 15 minutes. It produces real-time moving images that can be viewed on a TV-type monitor for diagnosing problems that affect the inner organs such as the stomach, intestines, kidneys, and bladder.
Modernizing our approach, modernizing our equipment is fundamental, and today I think is the start of that process.
The room housing the unit was renovated by the Southeast Regional Health Authority. In other health-related news, government's policy to extend the opening hours at some clinics is producing good results. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says opening community clinics longer has helped to cut the demand on hospitals, effectively reducing the time it takes for a patient to see the doctor at these secondary healthcare institutions.
What is happening, I am told preliminarily, the reports, is that the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5-hour extension in some cases of those clinics is taking the pressure off the accident and emergency room. And that is exactly what we want to achieve.
Data collection continues at 6 hospitals and nearby clinics across the island as part of a pilot project to assess the impact of the initiative.
This is now a reality, and the intention is once it works in those 6, we're going to roll it out in the 23. If you add University Hospital, you could say 24 hospitals and close by clinics throughout the country.
The Port Authority of Jamaica, PAJ, expects to cut the time it takes to import cargo by 50% by December 2017. This is largely due to the PAJ's acquisition of a port community system, PCS, which is expected to enhance the efficiency and productivity of the port community. PCS Director at the PAJ, Dwayne Powell, says the use of this online system will make a significant dent in the approximately 630 minutes it currently takes to complete a transshipment activity.
With the implementation of the PCS, the average time that we expect for shipping agents to utilize and complete a transshipment activity will be 75 minutes. This will result in a productivity gain of approximately 88%. This will therefore allow Jamaica to market itself as an efficient destination for cargo.
Mr. Powell was speaking at a recent Lions Club meeting in St. Andrew. Jamaica's anti-litter law will be strengthened to encourage better garbage disposal activities in the country. Local Government and Community Development Minister Desmond McKenzie says he will be making a submission to Cabinet to increase the penalties for the improper disposal of garbage under the National Solid Waste Management Act. He was speaking on Saturday on the first day of a 5-day cleanup program in Hanover. He bemoaned the fact that despite a campaign to get citizens to use the proper channels to dispose of their solid waste, the practice of illegal dumping continues unabated in some areas. Minister McKenzie says it's hoped that increasing the litter fines will help to minimize the effects of flooding, among other things. And finally, Jamaica has signed a cultural cooperation memorandum of understanding with Mexico. The agreement between both countries' culture ministries was signed on the weekend in the Mexican city of Chetumal. Culture Minister Olivia Grange says the MOU commits the cities of Kingston and Chetumal to work together more closely towards a common goal of enhancing and developing their cultural and creative industries. That will include the promotion of artistic and cultural exchanges, distribution and sharing of information and research, assistance to support professional development in culture and the arts, and collaboration in the creation and protection of cultural content. During her visit to Chetumal, Minister Grange also participated in the unveiling of a statue of reggae icon Bob Marley, done by renowned sculptor Ricardo Ponzanelli. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Lorraine Mendez. Thanks for watching.
Hi, I'm Chris Tufton, Jamaica's Minister of Health. Zika virus threatens all of us, but as individuals, we have the power to protect ourselves. 75% of mosquito breeding sites are found in and around our homes. So if we all do our part in getting rid of these mosquito breeding sites, we will reduce the risk of becoming infected. It's our responsibility. Individual action is key. Let's fight ZIKV.
This Saturday, September 17, Jamaica will join the rest of the world in observing International Coastal Cleanup Day. The annual beach cleanup exercise has now garnered much support from both public and private stakeholders. It's more than just an event, though. It's a critical task in cleaning up Jamaica and preserving our beaches and marine life.
A lot of animals mistake garbage for food, and then they eat them and then they die.
Jamaica's coastal waters represent an invaluable source of food, employment, recreation, and habitat. They also provide defense against many natural disasters. Unfortunately, due to improper waste disposal by many of us, more and more of our waters are being polluted each year, which creates the need for a regular coastal cleanup exercise. Have you ever done this? It seemed like the most convenient way of getting rid of that piece of garbage, right? And after all, who wants junk piling up in their personal space, making things look untidy, or even creating a health hazard? Well, when you throw that piece of trash out of the window, you're actually creating the very reality you don't want, just in another way.
Plastic bottles are actually the #1 items that are collected.
Plastic bottles, shoes, slippers, jars, big pans and stuff, buckets.
It's the garbage that is washing down from our gullies.
You see, when you throw that piece of trash through your car window, it rolls away, very often rolling into a stream or a river, and by ebb and flow, eventually gets into the sea. Then, the fishes, marine mammals, reptiles, and other sea creatures may become entangled in the garbage, or worse, ingest them and die. According to the National Environment and Planning Agency, NEPA, a general lack of awareness about the importance of proper waste management is a critical concern for Jamaica. That was highlighted in a study done by the Inter-American Development Bank and has long been a concern for the Jamaica government and non-government groups. This concern has driven a yearly activity to clean up your coastlines internationally and at the local level. Initially started by local NGO, the Jamaica Environment Trust, JET, the movement is now heavily supported by Jamaica's government, particularly through the Tourism Enhancement Fund. TEF has pumped millions of dollars into the annual exercise used to commemorate International Coastal Cleanup Day.
I'm cleaning up the beach so that the animals in the sea cannot die and live happily.
While Kayla may want the animals in the sea to live happily, we humans have major cause for concern. In Jamaica, many depend on the fishing industry to make a living and to get fishes and other sea creatures such as lobster, conch, and shrimp for food. If we don't curb our waste disposal practices, however, we face a grim future.
We have this big problem now with a mosquito-borne virus, chikungunya, and it's partly because of our bad garbage practices, or bad garbage disposal, you know. So apart from the animals, which are important, definitely it's important that we don't pollute the sea, because all of us love to eat fish, right? We're an island, the sea is important to us, but it also affects our public health, because garbage encourages rats, flies, mosquitoes, and those animals can make us very sick.
Not only is our food and health in danger, but also our finances. Tourism is one of the highest revenue earners for Jamaica, and we heavily depend on our beaches for our tourists and visitors to swim and enjoy other recreational activities. Jamaica's coral reefs are also commercially important, as they are important dive sites for water sports operators. NEPA, as the state-run environment agency, also continues to roll out extensive public education programs to sensitize more Jamaicans to the present realities and the need for change.
Public education programs that we would have at the agency and also in collaboration with the Urban Development Corporation. So based on that information, we now know that one of the major thrusts that we should be pushing towards is actually the recycling of these bottles and plastic items. I think another important point is that coastal cleanup is not just about picking up the garbage and about recording the data, but also about getting persons to change their attitude to how they dispose of waste and how they generate waste.
For those who may not see the need for changing their garbage disposal practices or attitudes, think about this. Under the National Solid Waste Management Act of 2002, it is an offense to dispose of solid waste in any area or in any manner not approved by the authority. And if you're found guilty, you could face a fine not exceeding $1 million, imprisonment not exceeding 9 months, or both. The legislation also clearly states that it's an offense to throw, drop, or otherwise deposit and leave litter in public places. Fortunately, the message of cleaning up our coasts and general environment is taking root. And interestingly, it's among the nation's youth who are rallying the cause.
Clean up the beach, promote good health. It is very important for us to keep our beaches clean, as it's a tourism is a multi-billion-dollar investment in Jamaica.
I think we should be cleaning up because the fish is eating these things and it's not good for them and they're dying, and we have a lot of fishermen around here and this is what they use to survive, so they need the fishes. So it's a good thing to be cleaning up around here.
So at the end of the day, it will come back to affect us. So it's best if we deal with the problem from now, so later on we don't have a situation where it's going to affect us and our future generations.
Use the receptacles and any other avenues that are the proper ways to do it, rather than throwing it in our gullies and in our streets, because they eventually find their way to the coastline.
Don't throw garbage at the side of the road, out of a car window, into a gully, no place at all.
Cleanliness is next to godliness.
Clean up, live up.
Hey, big man. What you do? You see that right? Wanna write about that? Dropping a bottle on the ground. So how that concern you, boss? Because this is my country too. And when you litter, it affects the environment, that affects me and you too.
Keep your garbage to yourself. Don't share it with us. We don't want it. Put it in the bin so that others don't have to. Nobody wants garbage lying around, polluting the environment and taking away from Jamaica's natural beauty. We have a responsibility to keep the environment clean for this and the future generations. Cleanliness is next to godliness.
It's Senior Citizens Month, and we salute all of them as they continue to impart wisdom to us, the younger generation. We hit the streets to hear from Jamaicans on senior citizens' role in nation building.
Without the old people, we couldn't be here. So them set a foundation for live off it.
Them just have to contribute them knowledge where them learn in the past so them can teach we as young people. I mean, the older we grow, there's a lot of things we learn. Them already been there, done that. So we just look on them as the older one and respect them no matter what. And them have a lot to contribute.
Older people would have many years of experience in many different fields of endeavor. Life experiences, experiences in business, experiences of dealing with people. So they would have a lot to impart to the younger generation who are just coming up, who would have lived through those experiences.
Older people can share their experiences. A lot of things happened before, and it relates to our time right now. So we need the older people, we need their experiences to share with the younger people. And to help a lot.
The children, they must learn to respect elders, have manners to them, and listen what they're saying carefully. Because it's so we grow up, to have manners and listen to what the elders say to us. And whatever them say to us, we must listen and live by it. Don't go to have the way.
I remember when I didn't like school and Mommy used to have to wake me up. Tabla, hurry up. You're going to be late for school.
Hey, now that I have a tablet, you don't need to wake me up. Since Mommy and Daddy bought me a tablet, I use my tablet for all kinds of cool stuff. I use my tablet to read books. I use my tablet to learn about history and science. I use my tablet to help with my homework. I even use it to talk to my daddy at work. Hello, Daddy!
Learning is easy and fun with a tablet. Take care of your tablet, use it wisely.
Men 40 years and older, stay tuned as today's HealthWise is just for you.
Many people think having prostate cancer is a death sentence, but urologists say the disease can actually be treated and patients can lead a normal and productive life. The key is early detection.
Which means that men, from they reach the age of 40, they must get their rectal examination and PSA done on a yearly basis. And once it is caught early, generally speaking, you can lead a normal, productive life with treatment.
Digital rectal examination and prostate-specific antigen, PSA, are the two tests used to detect prostate cancer.
Urologists say a man may be going about his everyday normal business, feeling perfectly healthy and unknowingly suffering from prostate cancer. The only sure way to know is to go to a doctor for a blood test and rectal examination. According to urologists, prostate cancer is the most common cancer affecting Jamaican men. It is also the most common cancer deaths among Jamaican men.
Recent statistics show that the Caribbean region as a whole has the highest death rate from prostate cancer in the entire world. And Jamaica's mortality or death rate is especially high from prostate cancer.
This statistic is a concern for the region's health authorities because valuable and productive lives are being lost to the disease. The Ministry of Health here in Jamaica has been urging Jamaican men to regularly do prostate cancer screenings.
Now I know Jamaican men don't like to have this test done, but the fact is, it is a painless test done in a very professional manner. It takes about 5 to 10 seconds, and this is a test that could save your life.
According to Dr. William Aiken, a big challenge in finding prostate cancer is that many men do not have any early physical symptoms of the disease.
By the time the symptoms appear, the cancer has already spread beyond the prostate. This is called advanced prostate cancer. Symptoms may include frequent urination, especially at night, inability to urinate, trouble starting or holding back urination, a weak or interrupted flow of urine, painful or burning urination, blood in the urine or semen, painful ejaculation, and frequent pain in the lower back, hips, or upper thighs. Experts say all men are at risk of prostate cancer, and the most common risk factor is age. More than 70% of men diagnosed with prostate cancer each year are over the age of 65.
Prostate cancer also tends to run in families. So if a man has a family history of prostate cancer, he is more likely to develop cancer.
Besides family history, Dr. Aiken says there are some dietary factors that can increase the risk of having prostate cancer.
Saturated fats, animal meat, red meat in particular, dairy products, milk, butter, cheese, ice cream, yogurt, these things, when consumed on a habitual and long-term basis, are thought to put you at increased risk of prostate cancer.
According to urologists, prostate cancer is very rare before the age of 40. But there are things young men can do to reduce the risk of having the disease later.
Eat more fish, we eat more soy products. If we're going to drink milk, then soy milk is probably better. Green tea, more pomegranate juice. These are some of the things that may help to prevent prostate cancer.
Studies have also shown that physical activity can reduce the risk of prostate cancer.
So I would recommend that a man does at least a half an hour's exercise for a minimum of 3 times a week. And by exercise we mean aerobic activity.
For now, no one knows the exact causes of prostate cancer, but what we do know is with healthy lifestyle practices and regular examination, we can reduce the risk of having the disease. So maintain a healthy lifestyle and do your digital rectal exam and PSA tests regularly. Because after all, prevention is better than cure.
Did you know regular physical activity controls your weight, reduces your risk of cardiovascular diseases, reduces your risk for type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome, reduces your risk of some cancers, strengthens your bones and muscles, and increases your chance of living longer? Get active, get fit, stay healthy.
Up next, experience the Latin culture and learning about the relationship between Jamaica and Venezuela, where the Simon Bolivar Cultural Center, courtesy of the Urban Development Corporation, UDC.
The Urban Development Corporation, in association with the Jamaica Information Service, presents Urban Scope. Jamaica's connection with Latin America and Venezuela in particular goes beyond geographical designation. Our ties are rooted in history. That history has given birth to bold men like Simon Bolivar. The Venezuelan-born liberator spent a period of self-imposed exile in Jamaica, where he penned the famous Carta de Jamaica, or Letter from Jamaica, in 1815. This letter formed the basis for over 50 years of strong diplomatic relations and goodwill between Jamaica and Venezuela. Hardly surprising then that in 2002, the government of Venezuela requested that a facility be established in downtown Kingston to commemorate Bolivar's link to Jamaica. The Urban Development Corporation was mandated to take on the task. In partnership with the Jamaica Defense Force, the UDC designed and managed the construction of the Simon Bolivar Cultural Center, which stands at the intersection of North Parade and Church Street.
The key features are some of the historic elements, such as the existing clay bricks. We wanted to keep those features and then we added the newer features to represent the transition from history to modern times.
This is a testimony of the friendship and love between Venezuela and Jamaica, and it's a beautiful place to know about our history.
In the year 2014, the Simon Bolivar Cultural Center received the Jamaican Institute of Architects Award for Excellence in Remodeling. This contributed to Kingston being given the designation of a Creative City of Music by UNESCO in December 2015. In April 2015, the Urban Development Corporation handed over the Simon Bolivar Cultural Center to the Institute of Jamaica. Since then, the multipurpose facility has been actively engaging citizens from downtown Kingston and beyond in Spanish and Latin dance classes, among other cultural lessons.
Latin Night is hosted every last Friday in the month, and we have a good participation so far.
I teach salsa, cha-cha, bachata, and we're just starting to get into tango as well. We're trying to merge the Latin dancing with reggae and dance hall as well, and it's getting some good results. In other words, we're almost creating a whole new genre.
I also teach music here, so it's really to help to facilitate the students that are studying Spanish. So they're singing songs that they like in the language that they're learning.
I'm happy to tell you that just last month we had our first graduation ceremony where we had about, I would say, 14 students graduating in the conversational Spanish. And I think that has made a good impact because, you know, each one tells one. So the persons that attend the center, they are our greatest investment.
Adult Spanish classes are held on Mondays and Tuesdays from 5:30 to 7 nightly, with an after-school program for children ages 6 to 16 from 3 to 5 in the evenings. Through the Simon Bolivar Cultural Center, citizens are also being made aware of Jamaica's connection with Latin America. The three-story center has a multifunction room, a language lab, and its showpiece, the Simon Bolivar Hall. Those benefiting from the center have similar views about its contribution to downtown Kingston.
I'm happy to see children from the community here, and it's something that is really needed. And you know what I like is that it's really state-of-the-art facilities.
The Urban Development Corporation, contributing to social and national development through the establishment of the Simon Bolivar Cultural Center. To learn more about the work of the Urban Development Corporation, call 656-8031 or visit their website at udcja.com. You may also follow them on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit their information center on the ground floor, Kingston Mall, downtown Kingston. Urban Scope was brought to you by the Urban Development Corporation in association with the Jamaica Information Service.
All the people then with the Zig V, hold up your hand. Zig V in the Caribbean territory, but we now want that virus take set pan we. So make sure send us stagnant water inside and mash up all mosquito breed inside. More hole in the tin them where you dash way and change the water in your vase every day. No litter, dispose of your garbage proper. You know them the thing that we turn drain blacker. Tour your community and tour your yard for suppress mosquito. We have figure hard. Dash we all tire turn over drum pan for prevention is the greatest weapon. And special shout out to pregnant ladies. Protect yourselves and protect your babies. Draw for your zapper and your mosquito spray. If we do all that we can to keep them away. For we know what's in vain.
And that's our show for today. Keep in the know with us through our website, jis.gov.jm, and keep connected with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You may also download our JIS News app from the Google and Apple Play stores. On behalf of the hardworking JIS production team, I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.